In this video, we're just going to play around of sulfonium ylides here in OscerSyn. So let's make a sulfonium ylide. The simplest one is, of course, just made from dimethyl sulfide and the thioether here. And you do this by a simple alkylation. And so we just want to make the simplest thing, so we're just going to add methyl iodide. And methyl iodide will give us this sulfonium ion, and then we want to deprotonate that, and the standard way is to use sodium hydride here. Sodium hydride, and this gives us our ylide. Now this ylide will react with simple carbonyl to form an epoxide. So we'll just do acetone here, and simple addition, and we will be off screen, of course, but here's our epoxide. So it's a very neat reaction, a way of turning carbonyls into epoxide. And of course you go ahead and do lots of reactions with the epoxide. Now you can form what we call stabilized ylides as well. And let me just duplicate down here, and we're going to alkylate with something a little more complex. We're going to use, we'll draw out acetic acid here. And make the ethyl ester. So here's acetic acid. Oops, missed. Here's acetic acid, or acetic acid, ethyl ester, and we're going to have a bromide on it. And of course, you can make this by just brominating acetic acid and then converting it to the ester. So here's our alkylating agent, and we get a more complex sulfonium. And now when we treat that with sodium hydride, we're going to get what's called a stabilized ylide. And the stabilized ylide, of course, is really just an enolate. And the fun thing about these is that they will, if you allow these to react with just acetone, okay, we'll get the same kind of products that we did before. Oops, that's not what I want. I wanted acetone. It's acetone. Okay. And here we go. We make the cyclopropane. Of course, now the tail is is the ester, because you've lost the dimethyl sulfide. So dimethyl sulfide is gone. Now these. In fact, that's the downside of these reactions. Dimethyl sulfide it stinks to high heaven. So more fun, though, is to do a conjugate addition here. So if we just duplicate our acetone, but I'm going to convert it to methyl vinyl ketone. So I'm going to, oops, where'd the bromide come from? Didn't want bromide. So here I now have a good chance to do conjugate addition. And so if I do this reaction, what's going to happen is we're going to form a cyclopropane. And because what's happened is that your unit has added to the carbon-carbon double bond instead of the carbon-oxygen double bond. This only happens with the stabilized ylide. The other stabilized ylide that you can use is the one derived from benzyl iodide, or benzyl group. And so if you if you had this, you could play around of this ylide as well, because the phenyl ring also will stabilize the ylide enough for it to do conjugate addition. And sorry, I need to get my sodium hydride here, and there it is. So this ylide will do the same reactions as a standard one with a carbonyl, but a conjugated carbonyl, it'll form the cyclopropane ring. So this is a quick look at sulfonium ylides, and have fun with them.